WSVU North Palm Beach, W240CI North Palm Beach, W295BJ Jupiter, W223CJ West Palm Beach.
Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio, Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Fine Cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe, the lovely Lady M, and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like Sir Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, and everyone across the great nation in Radioland. Welcome to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, on this, the 3rd of February in the year 2018. So long, January. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, is America's host with the most, Honest Abe himself.
Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Hard to believe that January's already, gone.
I feel like you're in a bad mood already. I don't know. Are you going to yell at me today?
No, you bought bagels.
Oh, thank
You're
God.
safe.
I really you
You're
just
safe.
looked at me with this evil look. I thought I was in trouble.
Something moved there. I can actually see all of you. I can actually see your body below your neck.
It's been like this for the last, 6 weeks or something.
Really?
Yeah, they moved all the stuff that was here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everything keeps changing.
Normally
here
I can only
in
see him
DCMG Live
above his
Studios.
chin line,
Yeah, there's no longer a thing stacked up with
I
deputies.
just saw this top of his head moving around during the show. That was pretty much it.
That was actually good because I could take my pants off. Nobody would realize.
Is that why Colin was,
God, it's time for a new producer.
is that why Colin would always be smiling?
He was always in a
Wow,
happy-go-lucky
now I
mood.
get it. Now I get it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. All right. It's going to be another fun and exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio. Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigars Ventures will be our Meet Your Maker today. There will be a lot of news happened this week, so we will have the scoop with Coop later on, and we will catch you up all on the news of the week. A couple of big announcements came through.
Yeah.
Did not see a couple of them coming, but
Pretty much the normal trend of what the industry's been going.
yeah, it's a very interesting things are happening. People are coming out with new cigars. People are moving things around, and it's all kind of fun. I'm shocked. I didn't get a text message this week that said this is my rant this week.
My rant this week is not anything I can talk about on the air, so
Got it.
yeah, I've been a little preoccupied, but I'm sure we'll find something to rant about during the show.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there were those of you not prepared, next week we will be broadcasting live from the Great Smoke event at the South Florida Fairgrounds.
Yeah, it's going to be big day. There are
Only a week away.
and there are still tickets available. So if you've been to this event and you haven't gotten your tickets yet and plan going, get them quick. And if you've never been to this event, it's probably one of the top events in the country amongst a few other really incredible events, and it's something you should definitely experience. So I'll be happy when it's over.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
February 11th. That's
In fact,
all. That's all I'm looking forward
Yesterday was really kind of cool for me. I was invited on a WZZR, a local radio station here, to promote the event, and they actually had me on for an hour. We ended up talking about other stuff, but it was actually the first studio that we did our first KMA show from.
to. Really?
Yeah, it was in the same room, so it was kind of cool to be in there yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be 6 years now?
At least.
Close, coming on to it.
No, actually it'll be 8 in June.
KMA's 8 years.
No, it's 7. It'll be 7 in June
Was it
because it was
7 here?
11. It was June of 11.
So yeah,
June 25th, 2011, if I'm not
who would
mistaken.
have believed? Who would have thought?
Wow, how do I have that date memorized?
Because you're great at just remembering worthless information.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything,
This is
anything pertinent just goes right out the door.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just useless information is what I'm here for. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give great things away. We are givers. Congratulations to Rod A. Mujica, who won last week's Xikar caption contest. If you would like to take home a Xikar XI3 cutter in black redwood, then just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and post your best caption of the photo of, a woman in a wheelchair being driven in the back of a pickup.
Yeah.
I couldn't confirm, but I think that's in Florida.
It wouldn't shock me. Let's put it that way.
Maybe West Virginia?
Yeah.
And actually, that does kind of look like a mountain.
Yeah, that does look like a large scenic view that would definitely not appear in Florida.
That could be an ocean view.
You think?
No.
I actually think it's like when you drive on the thruway in upstate New York, like the wall where they blasted through the mountains. That's what it looks like to me.
That's what I think too. So it definitely might not be Florida, but well,
I guess it's just easier than getting in and out of the truck, man. Just wheel her on up. You know.
That's your caption.
Yeah,
wheel her on up.
when you don't want to spend $600 for the ambulance.
Wow.
Doors. Who need doors? Just drop the tailgate. We'll wheel her up.
I would like. Do they have a ramp?
Storing your four-wheeler is not the usual senses.
I wonder if he goes through a toll, does he have to pay extra for the axle?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give away a 5-pack of Recluse cigars from our friend Scott Weeks and the guys over at Recluse. If you'd like to win a 5-pack, just like Rich Cottle did from last week, just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and post cast your vote in this week's poll. Last week we asked you what will be the worst part about this year's Super Bowl. 42.9% of you said Tom Brady possibly winning another Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I mean, come on, the guy's got everything else. Eddie's a Michigan grad, so yeah.
So you a fan?
Here's the thing. Michigan grads, I will cheer for, root for, throw my appreciation past, But I am not an NFL guy. I'm a college guy.
All right. I despise both teams, but Phillies all the way. I don't want no more. No more for them.
21% of you said the Drunken Eagles fans, and there was a tie in third place with Justin Timberlake. And when's the Super Bowl again? With 17% of you not knowing when that's going to happen. So head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your vote in this week's poll to win a 5-pack of Recluse cigars. Is the Brewmeister hurting his chances of finding a lady friend by not participating in social media? Now, I would like to go on record as saying I did not know we were posting this. I did not get a stance on this, and I would have denied wanting to be involved because, well, I don't want to be involved in things.
Well, you're just making the assumption that anyone really cares about your feelings at this point. So
we already know no one does.
So
yes,
I didn't know about this question either, so I'm actually enthralled to hear what the options are.
One, yes. How can he socialize as a single man in this day and age without Facebook? 2, no, he doesn't want those kinds of girls that troll Facebook anyway. 3, he might not be missing out on girls, but he should be on social media to stay in touch with his friends and family. Or 4, what is this thing called Facebook?
Oh, I could have came up with some better options.
Yeah, I actually was
I should have been more involved.
Stay in touch with Grandma, but I didn't want to bring her into this.
Oh,
she might get upset on the phone next time I talk to her to bring her on the show.
She doesn't have a Facebook or a computer or a smartphone.
You didn't buy her a computer?
It's come up a few times, but she's never wanted one, nor does she want one.
It's such a nightmare when you give your grandmother a computer, just so you know.
It's bad enough when I got my mother one.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that was enough. That was terrible. So make sure you head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, cast your vote in this week's poll, and you can take home a 5-pack of Recluse cigars from our good friend Scott Weeks and the guys over at Recluse. It'll be wonderful for you to win. When we come back, we were going to have our Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures as our Meet Your Maker. New KMA giveaways every week. You can win swag and cigars with awesome stuff included. Check out the KMA Instagram feed and participate every week for the chance to take home great prizes. This week, 2 winners of a 5-pack of super rare Foundation Cigar Company cigars and Foundation Cigars hats just by participating and liking KMA Instagram posts.
Nice.
It's that easy. So make sure you head over to the KMA Instagram page and check that out. All kinds of great stuff is available there. When we come back, Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Nat Sherman is the leading American luxury brand in premium cigars. From the classic range of the Metropolitan and Host selections to the transformative Timeless collection, their elegant Sterling and limited edition offerings, or the bold and commemorative 1930 blend Andy Polka. Everyone has the opportunity to enjoy a Nat Sherman experience. Family owned and operated since 1930, Nat Sherman's tradition of innovation and commitment to excellence reminds us why America's Nat Sherman brand is known as tobacconist to the world.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history. with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper, binder, and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured.
Attention all cigar lovers, America's Great Cigar Event is back. The 12th annual Great Smoke is February 10th at its new venue, the South Florida Fairgrounds. Every February for the last 12 years, aficionados gather from all over the globe to come to South Florida to experience this epic 4-day cigar extravaganza. Tickets are still available but extremely limited and selling out fast. For a full schedule of events and to order your tickets today, visit thegreatsmoke.com. That's thegreatsmoke.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. We are here broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, America's host with the most, Honest Abe. And now it's time for what we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
This week, KMA Talk Radio is pleased to welcome Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures. And joining him, of course, is lackey extraordinaire Pete Hernandez. Yeah.
We're throwing stones. We're throwing rocks.
Yeah. It's okay. He's, yeah. Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're definitely not a glass house.
No, not a glass house.
Not at all.
No one wants to watch that.
On him.
Yeah.
No.
So, Mike, my first question is, I mean, your company is called Mlb Cigar Ventures. So how many cease and desist letters have you gotten from Major League Baseball?
That's a question I get every time I go.
Do you
on
really?
Show. Yeah, I do. I swear. It's actually none.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I figured they would like protect their brand, and you know
Well,
they're very they're also a very anti-tobacco.
Called MLB or Major League Baseball?
No, the company's MLB. That's my initials.
So, yeah. I mean, he can't do nothing.
No, it's just my initials. And
Yeah.
if I used a font that looked like the Major League Baseball logo, that'd be a different.
Right.
That might be in there.
I really didn't know that. Yeah, I guess MLB that worked out.
There you
didn't
go.
it?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's kind of very coincidental with your first line
It
of
is.
cigars.
And there might have been something subliminal going on
Right?
there when I named my company.
Right?
Yeah.
Very
That was
interesting.
kind of the thought I might have had going into this, but I mean, it
I
might have
just
been-
always assumed that's what it stood for, kind of.
Oh, see, I did too, but then I never really thought about. Oh no, it's Mike Bellody.
That's right.
But I put it all together, and it all came back. So, Mike, you started out in finance.
I did.
And what do you feel is the current state of the market as we enter into a Bitcoin world? I kid. No, we don't want to talk about that again.
We
don't
just lost half the audience.
Right.
I mean, it's over.
We don't want to go down that we don't want to go down that road again. Sorry, I had to. It was
Why? What do you mean? I don't understand.
Where's the "Shut Up, Paul" sound effect?
Shut up, Paul!
Thank you, Colin. Thank you. So, Mike, you've been in the company's now 5 years old.
Yeah.
What made you want to throw away all of your money and get into cigars?
Well, the quickest way to make $1 million in cigars is to start with several million, right?
That's what everybody says.
And that's actually a joke, but it's actually not so much a joke.
No, it's the painful reality that is the industry.
It is. It is. I sort of got into the industry by accident. You referenced my prior venture in the industry. I had a business partner. We made a couple of cigars over at the My Father factory, and that partnership, like several partnerships, didn't end up working so well. So we shut that company down.
It's like marriage. Sometimes you need 2 or 3 times to get it right.
Yeah, I'm 2 is enough for me. On the cigar company side, 1 marriage is good. Two cigar companies will be it for me. So so once that company sort of went away, I had enough contacts within the industry with retailers and so forth. It just made sense for me to make a cigar, or at least I thought it did.
At least I
thought it did.
As I think about it,
it looked like a good idea,
Yeah. How much regret do you have on a daily basis? Or is it just every month you think
kind of
about
like that quadruple patty cheeseburger, triple bacon that looked real good before you ate it.
Right, like Taco Bell, right? I mean, it looks great.
Pete's salivating over
I'm
there. He
telling
just
you,
got
that
excited.
burger,
He started smiling.
I'm telling you, I'm in for that burger. Where do they serve that? I'm in.
Which brings me to my third question. Peter, what's the best meal you've eaten recently, or was it just breakfast this morning?
Actually, no breakfast. I'm hoping on a really good lunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't had anything today, but let me.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You've already spent time deliberating where lunch will be today.
Oh well, actually, I leave that in your hands. I know that.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Well,
I gotta go to
all right.
work.
Well, I'm sure you can tell me of a good place where we can go.
How would I know?
That's way
loaded
to go.
question.
Way to go. I'll ask
Loaded
Petra.
question.
She knows.
Yeah, she probably would.
Yeah,
That
she
girl.
knows.
She's a yelper.
Yeah, she's already got me sending her clam chowder from New England. By the way, it took her 5 minutes to get me to agree to send her clam chowder. She's good.
How did that come up?
She said I love everything. She said, who are you rooting for on the Super Bowl? And I said, I'm from Boston.
She asked you that?
Yeah.
My 9-year-old daughter asked you who you're rooting
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I didn't even know she knew what the Super Bowl was.
She thought it was played yesterday, by the way, but that's
Oh, okay. All right.
That was a follow-up.
That sounds a little better. Look, she's in here laughing. She's talking about it. So then she asked you who you're rooting for. So
Yeah.
I guess she's trying to make small talk. Good.
Right. So I
like
said,
that.
I'm from Boston.
All right.
And I said, who are you rooting for? And she said, I'm rooting for the Eagles because they're from New England. I said, no.
That's hilarious.
I said,
Okay. Now this sounds a little more normal.
Yeah, so I said, no, it's the Patriots that are from New England. And she said, oh, really? She said, I love clam chowder. And I said, all right, and that's how it happened.
So she's rooting for the Patriots
because
she loves clam chowder.
Now, she has to learn how to say it first. It's chowder.
That's right.
She actually does love good clam chowder. So she made you promise to mail.
Well, she didn't make me. I kind of offered.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to send some clam chowder.
I'll
Make
give
sure
her-
you say
I'll
something.
I'll give her your cell number so she can call you.
Yeah, well, please do. I'm sure. Oh, that'll be great.
For the clam
In
chowder.
fact, let's just put it out on the air now.
Right.
Already done.
Anybody? Paul, add that to the Facebook page. Anybody who wants Mike's cell number,
No. Anybody who wants clam chowder, call Mike's cell number.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We're going to put Mike's cell number on the Facebook page so you can get clam chowder from Mike.
You got a new company.
Yes.
Just started a new business
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Mike's chowder.
Mike's
Chowder.
Chowder.
MLB Chowder.
MLB chowder.
MLB
The
Chowder.
MLB Chowder Company coming to you right after the Bubba Gum Shrimp Company goes
Right.
out of business. So, obviously, being from Boston, you're a big Pats fan.
Yes.
Going to support the Pats for the weekend. We talked about baseball briefly. Big baseball associate fan.
Yes.
Big Red Sox follower.
I am.
Uh-huh. So, did you go to any World Series games ever?
I did not go to the World Series games, but I did go to a lot of the playoff games.
Okay. All right. So, did you ever, did you grow up in Boston?
No, I grew up in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford.
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely Hartford.
So were you distraught when the whales went away?
I was a little bit.
Okay.
But I became a good big Yukon fan because we had nothing else.
Well, that's what everybody everybody I've ever heard from that hangs out there in Yukon always says, or the Yukon faithful say, well, part of me died when the Whalers, but we still have the Huskies and the women's basketball team, which wins every year in Chino Ariyama, and all of that nonsense. But so what was your favorite part about growing up in New England?
The weather?
No, I actually hate the weather. I love the weather in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
I like the culture and the history and all of that. I mean, it's a great place to live, and I always joke that if I could get San Diego's climate to New England, I'd have perfection. But I can't do that.
Unfortunately, it is not in the cards for us.
No.
It doesn't really happen. So when was the first time you ever had your first premium cigar?
It was right out of college. I went to work for a stockbroker in Boston in the financial district, and he was a cigar smoker, and so he used to hand me a bunch of cash and say, go down to the David P. Ehrlich store and pick up some cigars. I got them put aside for me, and pick one up for yourself too. So free.
Hey.
I went, and he was smoking an Ashton and Avos. That's what he smoked, so I didn't know anything about cigars, so I picked one of his, and my first premium cigar was an Ashton Classic.
Wow.
And it was around 1996.
Wow.
That is, it's amazing you still remember. Do you remember the size even?
It was a Churchill.
Oh, whoa. Went with the big boy right away.
Yeah.
That's you're one of the few guys that actually remembers their exact cigar, or will say what their first cigar was.
Yeah, it was, and it changed everything. I mean, I had smoked terrible cigars prior to that, and then when you smoke a real cigar, you like that. I can't believe I smoked those things. So it was it changed everything. I fell in love with cigars at that point.
Absolutely. We always say gateway cigars. Good cigars are gateway cigars.
Absolutely.
100%. So after that, it just kind of became a snowball effect for you to where it just became an everyday, occasional occurrence thing for you?
Yeah, so I used to walk down to after a little while, I wasn't working for him anymore. I had my own thing going at the same firm, and I would leave at lunchtime and go grab a sandwich and then go down to the David P. Ehrlich store, sit there for a little bit, smoke a cigar, and go back to work.
Wow.
And that's how it started. I just fell in love with cigars. It was a time to relax, decompress from the day for an hour or so, and come back and hit the office hard in the afternoon.
Wow, that is sounds like a heck of a way to live.
It wasn't bad. And when the David P. Ehrlich store was a few blocks from my office, so it worked out pretty well.
Well, that's the joys of being in New York, right?
Yeah.
You can walk everywhere. Or that's what people say anyway.
Well, I was in Boston.
Oh, this is in Boston.
But you can walk everywhere there, too.
Yes, also.
Everybody seems geographically challenged today.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Philly,
yes,
New York.
Yes, the New England Eagles. Everyone's favorite sports team. That's fantastic. Wow, I don't think that was an appropriate time for that. I'm taking those tickets back now. All right, we have to take a short break. When we come back, we are going to have more with Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures. We will talk all about the tobacco products that he is now selling through the world with his professional lackey, Peter Hernandez, who will also give you his 5 top favorite Cuban restaurants in the northern part of Florida when we come back right here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Sinko Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Make sure you try all of Caldwell's lines, including Long Live the King, Blind Man's Bluff, and Eastern Standard, which were all awarded 91 ratings by Cigar Aficionado and Cigar Snob. Do not forget the 93-rated King is Dead, which earned a spot in the top 25 cigars of the year last year by Cigar Aficionado. You can find more information by following Caldwell Cigar Company on Facebook. If you're not running with us, run from us. We own the night. Caldwell Cigar Company.
Cigar enthusiasts, Did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Aroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
And the human version of Florida Yelp, Pete Hernandez.
A human version?
Yes.
All right.
Walking Zaggett's guy.
I'll take it.
Pete Hernandez, the human version of Yelp.
Oh, there you go.
I had that made up just for you, just so you know. Yeah. And we are here in our Meet Your Maker segment talking to Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures. Mike, thanks for being here all the way from Boston.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure you're happy to be out of the cold.
Yeah, it was snowing yesterday when I flew out.
So I don't miss the snow.
No, I hate
Not
snow.
at all.
I don't ski. I don't get the concept of putting slippery sticks on your feet and going down a slippery hill. I just think that we weren't meant to do stuff
Thank
like that.
God, somebody else has the guts to say that.
Yeah,
I do not get it either.
Really? Skiing's actually fun.
No, I almost died twice doing it.
I know.
Only you have to learn how to do it first.
Nah, then if it takes that much work,
I
I'm
took
done.
up snowboarding for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, snowboards work.
And literally, I think I snowboarded literally for 5 minutes because my son wanted to do it, and I dislocated my shoulder in 5 minutes.
I got to tell you, that's
which reinforced you don't put slippery sticks on your feet and go down a slippery hill. That doesn't make any sense.
So let me get that straight. So 5 minutes, so $500 per snowboards, then plus the lessons, and then all the hospital bills. So basically, you spent $30,000 for 5 minutes of pain. Suffering.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's better than what I spend on the cigar business. I can tell you that. It's not even close.
Probably a lot more suffering too.
So we had previously mentioned in the last segment that your cigars you had a previous cigar venture, which was made by my father. So now you've decided to come back, and you've created a couple different lines here. And who's doing the production for you now?
Sure. So I have 4 blends out. 3 are under the Imperiaz brand name.
And where does that name come from?
So I have a summer home in Newport, Rhode Island.
Newport.
I couldn't name my cigars Newport because I would definitely have had a cease.
That would have been a lawsuit.
That would have been a problem. Imperiaz is actually the Italian sister city to Newport, Rhode Island.
Okay.
That's how I did it. So everything under the Imperiaz brand, the Blue Label, the Aventador, and the Islero are all made at the Quesada factory, and I blended those with Mlb Quesada. The David P. Ehrlich, which is named after the store I bought my first cigar at, is manufactured and blended with Ernesto Perez Carrillo.
Also
got some pretty heavy hitters in your portfolio.
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. I mean, it's for someone that had never been in the cigar industry in 2011 to work with Pepin and Jaime Garcia on a blend, and then to work with Mlb Quesada, and then to work with Ernesto Carrillo is pretty awesome.
That is.
Absolutely. I mean, both Dominican guys. So you stuck with Dominican-made product. Are these all Dominican puros? Or are there any? I mean, did you think about possibly going back to Nicaragua at any point, or do you say, okay, I've done Nicaragua, now that part of my cigar life is done, and so now I'm going to just do Dominican?
No, I mean, I'm open to manufacturing cigars in Nicaragua, Honduras, wherever it makes sense. My philosophy's been, especially. Thanks for that.
Hello, sorry. Yeah, just.
Is that Pete?
I blame Pete.
Why did we let him in the studio?
I don't know.
Can we just let him tell us about restaurants for 2 minutes?
I just wanted to see how good I look on Facebook, and I just see you only get the top of my head.
He forced himself out.
I got the Facebook Live on my phone, too, and I thought my phone had went up in volume all of a sudden. I was like freaked out.
Good job, Pete. Thanks,
Pete. Thanks. Yeah, that's a great segue. Great job.
There's a couple of shots of you, Pete. Don't worry, I got you.
This is the worst side of me, I'm telling you right now.
There's a good side of you?
Yeah, well, you know.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead. Do it.
I realized that we're actually, on national radio, so I had to stop
That
myself.
was a layup. I just gave it.
That would have been a
little
drop.
alley-oop. That was a little alley-oop I gave you.
Would have had to been dropped.
Should have taken
pretty
advantage.
fast.
Okay.
So, anyways,
so let's just focus first on the Imperiaz, made by Manola, in the Dominican at the Quesada factory. Tell us about that cigar.
Yeah, so the first one I did is the one with the blue label. It's just called Imperiaz. It's a straight medium-bodied cigar. It's mostly Dominican. There's a touch of Nicaraguan in the filler, but it's got a Dominican wrapper, an HVA wrapper. It's got some. It's mostly Dominican in a binder filler combination with some Criollo and some Negrito, and then it's got a touch of Nicaraguan for some balance.
Okay.
Medium bodied, right down the middle. Hits a lot of palates. A lot of flavor. I blend cigars that have a lot of robustness in terms of the flavor, not necessarily so much in the strength side. It's but all my cigars are medium to full. I don't have any mild cigars in the portfolio at all.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so now let's move to the other Imperiaz.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So then the second Imperiaz I did was the Islero. That one is the strongest of my cigars. It's got a Ecuadorian Habano 2000 wrapper. A lot of Pennsylvania broadleaf Ligero in the filler, which gives it a lot of strength with a lot of natural sweetness too. So it's not one of these fuller bodied cigars that's going to punch you in the teeth. It's kind of very refined in its strength. And if somebody likes the flavor that Pennsylvania broadleaf can provide in a cigar, this thing's loaded with it. It's really a unique profile.
Really, and what made you go with Pennsylvania broadleaf? Because that's one of those that people talk about. It's kind of on this weird it's coming back kind of a thing. People have been talking about it more in the last few years. It's becoming more of it's been one of those hot topic wrappers recently. So what made you go with a Pennsylvania broadleaf?
Yeah, so I was actually blending a different cigar, and we couldn't get that cigar to where I wanted it to be strength and flavor-wise, and so I went down to the factory, and Hostos, who runs the factory for Quesada, has me go into the conference room, and he's got a tray of test blends there, and it's clearly not my test blends because it has a completely different wrapper on it. And I said, Hostos, I think you have somebody else's test blends here. He goes, no, these are yours. We couldn't do what you wanted to with the wrapper you wanted to use. We made these. We want you to try them. And so I tried them, and they were all four blends were really great. And we picked the one that I most was drawn to and tweaked it here and there and made it the Islero, but it had a lot of Pennsylvania broadleaf, and I just enjoyed the flavor profile that it provided.
So what's your favorite thing about working with the Quesada family and Manola? I mean, salt of the earth guy who's got almost 70 years now in tobacco, and I mean a legend in his own right, but still one of the most humble guys you'll ever meet.
Absolutely.
Give us some fun stuff about working with Manola.
Oh, I mean, the whole family is just, I consider him part of my family now. I mean, it's when I did my distribution deal with Quesada, in the press release, they had me obviously do a quote, and one of the things I said is that the Quesada, not only do I do business with them, but I consider them family. And that's a testament to Manuel and Hostos and the entire family. I mean, they treat me exceptionally well. They're just great people. aside from that, they make great cigars. I mean, Manuel Quesada has forgotten more about tobacco than I'll ever know. Ernesto Carrillo, same thing. Pepin, same thing. So I really try to work with them and get them to kind of go outside the normal comfort zone a little bit to put my stamp on the cigars. But these guys really make the process of making cigars for me a lot easier than it would be otherwise.
Now, as far as Quesada cigars, are in the background, your distribution deal, do you have a new management company that's been running it, or?
They have. I don't know that it's a management company. There's somebody. There's a person who's come in and is running the day-to-day operations. But I don't think it's a management company.
Has that transition had any effect on you?
There's definitely been a transition. I mean, Terrence, who was running the SAG side of Quesada, is a great guy, very good friend of mine, and it's hard to replace somebody like that. But I mean, there was a transition period. But it's been fine. It's been kind of seamless from my side of things.
Good.
And I will say this: what's happening over at the factory level, the cigar industry is still largely not technologically advanced.
It's one way to put it.
Yeah, that might be the understatement of the century.
You go to Quesada's factory now, it's unbelievable. It's all technology now. They have systems in place where they know how many wrapper leaves went here and how many cigars are there, and everything gets checked in and checked out of different processes, and it's all tracked. I haven't seen a factory that's more automated in terms of their technology and tracking system as Quesada is now. And that's what Pierre, who's the guy that's come in to kind of run the day-to-day operations, has brought to the table.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So we mentioned all the stuff you're doing with the Quesadas, but then we also said, you're making a cigar with EPC and Ernesto Perez Carrillo.
Sure.
What made you want to work with Ernesto?
So my philosophy has always been, I got into the industry, I didn't know anything about blending cigars. I know enough to be dangerous now, but I didn't know anything then, right? It's so I wanted to work with people that I knew could make great cigars. And so one of the things I've always said is I'm only going to work with the very best minds in the industry. So Pepin and Jaime, then Manuel Quesada. Ernesto Carrillo's in that sort of Hall of Fame caliber as well. So what happened there was my national sales manager is a guy named Barry McDonald. His family owned the David P. Ehrlich store in Boston for 40-plus years. And we were in the New Orleans trade show, and we had an idea to make a cigar using the David P. Ehrlich name because that brand goes back to 1868. Mm-hmm. So that store was actually the second or third store in the country to bring in La Gloria Cubana back in the 90s when Ernesto founded that company. So we approached Ernesto with the idea, and he loved the idea, went down and started the blending process.
Wow. And so how long did that blending process take for you?
So we went down probably September or October after the New Orleans trade show in 2015, and we released that cigar at the 2016 trade show.
Oh, okay.
So it was almost a year.
Right. And how often are you going to the Dominican and working on blends or just looking at overall production and how things are going? How much of that is taking up your time?
Yeah, I get down to the Dominican 3 or 4 times a year. I know a lot of people in the industry that they go down to the factory like every month. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I need to do that. One of the benefits of working with Quesada and Ernesto Carrillo is I don't have to look over their shoulder as much as I would with a factory that's sort of not run by somebody of that caliber, right? Mm-hmm. So I get down there when I need to, but it's only 3 or 4 times a year, and one of those times is Pro Cigar Festival, which happens in a couple of weeks. So.
Yes, that is coming up in only 3 weeks, actually.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Yeah, because it is now February, and that is the
You go down every year?
I do. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, one of these days. You been there?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a good time.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right, maybe one of these days.
Yeah.
The last time I went, I actually took a tour of the
Saga restaurant?
No, I missed that. Missed that. Damn. Tabacalera Garcia. In La Romana, and I was very impressed. That's as you know, Jose Sejas was instrumental in creating all the systems or whatever. But it was very interesting. The whole thing was really cool. I didn't think I needed to go. I always thought that it was just what the hell am I going to do there? but it was really interesting and how it all comes together, how they put it together, the way you go to these factories, and there's so much to learn as a cigar smoker. There's so much behind the scenes that we don't get to, that you don't see on this side.
Who is it more for? Is it for industry people or is it for consumers?
It's for consumers.
And, and a lot of retailers go there.
Right.
There's a lot.
That's their consumers.
Yeah, right.
Literally,
Right.
but that's what I mean. Is it more? What I mean by industry people, are you finding that guys within the cigar industry are attending, or are the guys walking the cigar shops as customers going down there?
Mostly customers, and they're retail, and the managers are retail shop owners.
Now you confuse me again. You mean customers like cigar retailer customers,
Yes.
or consumers like
Consumers. Consumers will go with the store owner.
Oh, yeah, really?
Right. And then you'll also see industry guys. Like I went that one year, and I'm sure there are a lot of guys that show up, not the same guys every year, but most of it is consumer driven.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And the consumer gets to learn what goes on. I think what you take away from it as a consumer is when you light a cigar and you don't necessarily like it, it's easy to, on this side, to just say, oh, this cigar sucks. And just, put it down. If you go down there, you learn to appreciate the whole thing. And now instead of just saying this sucks, now you'll try to find what you like in every cigar.
Right.
It's like anything,
Well, I always said one of the things that I think people are blown away by when they make these trips is seeing how many hands and people are actually involved in the process from sealing to cigar. I don't think a lot of people even today still realize what a true artisan product it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And the craft that goes into making a cigar.
And the tours are, I think it costs about $1,000 to go to the Pro Cigar, but you're going to walk out of there with at least $1,000 worth of cigars. It's and the dinners, and it's unbelievable.
They host a white party every year in Santiago in the monument, which is they only use this monument, this area, for this event. They don't host weddings there. They don't.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So all year it's closed, and only for this event do they open it and allow. And it's like on a hill in Santiago. It's just beautiful, man. It really is. If you haven't made a trip to the Dominican Republic to see factories and to take in this experience, the Dominican Republic just offers. It's way better than Nicaragua.
Well, it's a little more. I don't know what the word is. Maybe not.
It's a little more advanced.
A little more advanced is
Esteli,
probably the best word. Esteli or Tegucigalpa, Tegucigalpa. Yeah,
I was going to say, all right. Well, beyond that, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have more with Mike Bellody of MLB Cigar Ventures, and we'll hear all about Pete Hernandez's favorite Thai place in Tampa. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Mike Bellody has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, Mlb Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends: Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry at world-renowned factories using the finest tobacco. Visit us at MLB Cigar Ventures and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars, developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't just have a cigar, you have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy. Flavor, value, family. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. Smoke La Aurora. We are Dominican defined.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars.
You mean Leaf by Oscar?
That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar.
It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars.
See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me.
It's called Leaf by Oscar.
That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Hi, this is Rocky Patel, and I'd like to invite you to try one of our decade cigars. This premier cigar received a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, one of the highest ratings ever afforded by that magazine. It's a beautiful Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper with fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. This cigar is medium to full-bodied, rich, complex, yet elegant and well-balanced. I promise you, you're going to love the decade. Try it.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to the Disco Inferno edition of KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Hey, hey, hey.
And special guest, Lackey Extraordinaire, Peter Hernandez.
You know, it keeps calling me Lackey, you know? It's taken all these years, and this is what you've created.
I had nothing.
Nothing.
To do with this
Something
creation.
tells me you earned that nickname.
Not at all. This guy, you know?
I had nothing to do with this creation. Some abomination in the universe was responsible for that.
There was a very...
Beyond God or anything we know.
I'm surprised he's still around. The first day, I don't know if it was the first day I met him, but the first Great Smoke I was attended, or that he attended, he misplaced the keys to the store.
No. I did not. Other people did, but they had been in my possession, and I had given them to someone else, and someone else misplaced them. But I was responsible.
He crapped the bed. I got to tell you, he
Let
didn't know.
His first day.
Let me tell you something. That's been the absolute pimple of his deeds and the pinnacle of his career. That's like I forgot about that incident so long. I mean, he has built mountains
right.
of stories.
Right.
That will be legendary for decades to come.
I'm sure we'll have a conversation.
Anyway, we're also here with Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures, talking about cigars and everything else that Mike's been into. So, Mike, you mentioned Newport. Obviously, you wanted to name the cigars Newport, but you went with Imperiaz, the sister city in Italy. Newport's a very historic old town with some very vast. They've actually been listening to some podcasting recently about the history of Newport and how they have these massive homes prior to in the early 1900s that were there that now are owned by historical societies because people literally had way too much money and there was no income tax and they had these massive homes with
there was a summer homes
with 40 plus servants. And what's it like to be in Newport with this historic town? I mean, just give us a little bit of an idea of, I mean, it's apparently a lovely place.
It is. It's my favorite place on earth. I mean, it's an incredible place. I mean, Newport's a part of Aquidneck Island in Rhode Island. Aquidneck Island is made up of 3 towns, of which Newport's one. Everything's near the water. I mean, these homes that you're referring to are owned by the Vanderbilts and the Astors and all of the wealthiest families in the world. They bought them as cottages. And then it became sort of like a contest. You know, the Astors would build the most expensive one, and then the Vanderbilts would say, no, we're going to build a more expensive one. And eventually the Vanderbilts, who were the wealthiest family in the world at the time, built the Marble House. And I think don't quote me on this, but I think they brought in something like $12 million worth of Italian marble in those days. So I don't know what that's worth now.
Why do I get the impression? Because like when I say like Astor's and Vanderbilts, like I feel like I'm just mentioning history names, but when he says it, it's like he knows them personally. Is anybody getting that vibe?
So it's not just me. Okay.
You know,
have you ever been there? He probably does.
But this is what I'm saying. Like when I'm listening to him, it's like he's talking about his next door neighbors.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well, technically, their houses aren't that far from it. Let me just be very clear. But my house in Newport could fit in like the gazebo in the backyard of these houses. Okay, I'm not saying I own this,
but you've been in them.
I've been in them.
There you go. See?
Yeah, but you just buy a ticket.
Oh, it's like museums now. Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, people don't. Nobody lives in those.
I don't know.
No, there's some that do.
houses,
Like
right?
Larry Ellison from Oracle bought the Astor's Beechwood Mansion, and he uses it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a beach mansion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all on the water.
Right.
Yeah, you can do what's called the cliff walk. You walk, it's literally a cliff. You walk around, and you're walking around all these mansions. It's pretty incredible.
It's similar to Palm
Where's the
Beach.
Darth Vader sound coming from? Is that Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Thank you, God. Oh, my God. It's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
I keep moving my mic from my mouth, making sure it's not me.
I wanted to double check. I was pretty sure.
I covered mine to go, it's Peter.
I forgot my CPAP in the car. I knew I would have brought it in. I forgot my CPAP.
The problem is we keep mentioning food, and that's what is driving Pete nuts.
It's like Darth Vader.
He's salivating at the mouth.
I'm looking for the gas leak in the room.
You know, I could have stayed at home to get my stone.
I could have Ubered.
Yeah.
Oh, back to the show.
We're having a great time.
Endless comedy when Pete's in the studio, right?
Always good for material.
Yeah, it's great.
Always good for
He doesn't even have to
material.
try. It just becomes natural. He just sits there. And he breathes, and we get him.
Yeah, very much.
Listen, if I catch you in Boynton Beach before you leave, are you staying? Because you're here you're part of the Great Smoke this
Yes.
year, right? So are you leaving town this week, or are you?
No.
So I catch you. Remind me to show you the highlight video of him riding the bull.
I saw it. You showed
Oh.
But, listen, I was going to bring that up, but since I didn't. I was thinking about it. It is one of the, first off, riding the bull is a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't think he actually rode the bull.
Actually, to be honest, he really didn't even mount it.
No, I mean
it took 4 guys just to get him on it.
Listen, Pete talked about his good side. I didn't see his good side at all when he was trying to get on that bull.
I have not seen this. This is from the Great Smoke.
Dude,
I'm going to find the video next week and post it.
Is it from the highlight reel of 2017 or no? It's different.
It's not the last one.
No, I think it was 16.
2 years ago or 3 years ago. But
Yeah.
it was really funny because they had a ride electronic bull.
Yeah.
And he was all excited. He was trying to get me on. Like, you're out of your mind. I'm not getting on that thing. You're crazy. And of course, he imbibed and had a little too much to drink and got all excited. And sure enough, went to go get on the bull.
Yeah.
Now the problem is, our friend Peter's not too tall of a person. So when he walks up to this bull's like up to his chin.
Yeah.
So he's jumping up trying to get on, and he keeps failing. He keeps failing.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
He keeps failing to get on the bull, right? So, and they got the padding. So now you see him; he's bouncing. He's trying to get momentum.
I've been on one before. It's hard to get on.
Feel the tip. So finally,
I'm short.
Finally, 2 guys help him get up there.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Don't say break. Oh no!
All right, everybody go to YouTube.
Saved
look
by
up
the
the
bell.
professional Peter Nett as the
Saved
bull
by the
rider.
bell.
More with Mike Bellody when we come back. Keep it lit.
Do you love delicious beer? Do you love delicious cigars? Well, we have the perfect cigar for you. The Quesada Keg, a savory Nicaraguan cigar draped in a beautiful Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper and packed in wooden barrels. The Quesada Keg was blended to pair with the traditional Irish stouts we all love to enjoy on St. Patrick's Day. Available in 3 tasty sizes. The Quesada Keg is available for a limited time only, so grab one today before they sell out. The Quesada Keg, the perfect cigar to pair with beer.
The party's always rocking at Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club with drink and dinner specials like the 16-ounce New York strip and mashed potato dinner, $16.95, 5 till 10 daily. And Magnum Mondays with specials on bottles and $3 premiums till midnight. And Warrior Wednesdays, where all vets, current military, and first responders are in free with work ID. All of this greatness while jamming out to DJ Legato and enjoying the finest women in Palm Beach. The Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club, corner of Okeechobee and Military Trail, West Palm Beach.
WSVU North Palm Beach, W240CI North Palm Beach, W295BJ Jupiter, W223CJ West Palm Beach.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands, 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Esteli, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Hey fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't just have a cigar, you have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy, flavor, value, family. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. Smoke La Aurora. We are Dominican defined.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars.
You mean Leaf by Oscar?
That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar.
It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars.
See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me.
It's called Leaf by Oscar.
That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here on this, the 3rd of February, 2018. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, America's host with the most, Honest Abe himself.
Good morning.
And Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures is part of our Meet Your Maker. Mike, thanks for being here again, all the way from Boston.
My pleasure, thank you.
In studio, yes.
And me, Pete Hernandez, the cowboy.
The cowboy. Look, I tried to post the link in the Facebook Live chat video, but I guess you can't really post a link in. It won't link it. It posted, but it won't link it in live chat.
Good thing.
So I posted it just as a regular post.
Oh, great.
So if you go to KMA Talk Radio, it's like the first post. That Pete Hernandez's famous bull ride of 2016.
We'll pin it to the top.
If you've never seen it, every time I watch it, I cry.
I'm showing Colin now.
I can't wait.
It's
show
one of
everyone.
the funniest things you're ever going
to
see.
I'm going to tell you what the beautiful thing about that video is. If you watch it over and over and over again, you see all these little details. There's one, his watch coming flying off.
Flies off. Yep.
2, there's an old man after he falls off.
The bull ride instructor guy.
Yeah, he starts clapping like we're not putting this guy back. He's like, good job, everybody give him a hand. Oh yeah, it's just there's so many little.
Why don't you tell us about the David P. Ehrlich?
Well, David P. Ehrlich was a famous bull rider back in 1858.
I hear he's in the bull riding Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny though? This is the truth.
He was actually able to mount the bull.
No. Is Slero and Aventador the name of 2 Miura fighting bulls?
Oh, really? There you go.
So just to see how it ties together.
Yes, it's karma.
It all comes back here on KMA Talk Radio. We're bringing you the good stuff. All right, it's now time to see what's going on this week with the Scoop with Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
The Scoop with Coop this week. What's happening in the latest news?
I like how Adam does an intro after the intro. Is that common in radio?
I mean,
shouldn't you break right into the story after a pre-recorded intro?
I don't want to get. We're giving him a hard time.
He does that for Insane Asylum. We have these awesome intros placed, and then he'll just re-intro it after the intro. It's like the intro.
The intro is the intro to the intro,
right?
We're giving the people their money's worth for their sponsorships.
Sure,
that's fantastic.
Big news yesterday. That's hilarious. You know what's funny is? Every time he says it at work now, I realize he said it at least 5 times a day. Fantastic. He says it all the time.
I had
so
Colin send
conscious
it.
Of it now.
Colin isolated and sent it to me, and we were going to play a joke today on Adam and have my phone ring and just have it saying, "That's fantastic."
I
wanted
his
been able to do it
assigned to his call. So when he calls me, he goes,
"That's
fantastic."
I'll get it to you. I have it. I just have to make it a ringtone.
Yes,
file.
let me have it.
That's fantastic. Anyway, here's the news.
He unawareingly says that like 1,000 times a day.
A lot of people do.
Big news yesterday. Quality Importers acquires Xikar. Yes. The first major acquisition of 2018, and didn't really waste a lot of time, has occurred. Quality Importers Trading Company, in conjunction with Svoboda Capital Partners LLC, has acquired Xikar. Xikar, the leading cigar accessory company based in Kansas City, Missouri, and best known for its product lifetime warranty. As part of the acquisition, Xikar co-founder Kurt Van Kempel and Scott Almsberger will become executive vice presidents and minority owners while continuing to run Xikar's operation as minority partners. Both will report to Michael Colucci, Quality Importers President and Chief Operating Officer. Most of you maybe heard of Colucci, formerly of Drew Estate. Colucci will continue to report to the Chief Executive Officer, Michael Giordano. While Quality Importers may be a bit of an unknown company, they are very large in the cigar industry with humidors and accessories, so they're just expanding on that side of the line. And it's funny because I actually got a call from Kurt yesterday. I was unavailable to take the call, and he left me a voicemail just letting me know that they're pretty much going to still operate, I guess, day to day as two separate companies. They're going to stay in Kansas City, operations stay in Kansas City.
Okay, good.
And they're running it. I mean, and for now, for the foreseeable future, nothing as far as the day-to-day operation is changing, but it just sounds more like some kind of a partnership than an acquisition, really. I guess they're minority shareholders now, and so it sounds like really more of a partnership.
Yeah, it was a weird thing when it first came out, and it was just like Quality Importers has acquired Xikar.
I predict, and you heard it here first, that before this year's over, they will acquire a cigar brand.
Well, they acquired one a couple of years ago, but
no, I mean a real one.
Oh,
sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I mean, what are you talking about? Cult?
Oh no.
Who did they acquire?
They acquired Ortega.
Yeah, a real one.
Wow.
I mean, is Ortega being sold? I mean, you go on the road. Is it still being sold anywhere?
I don't see it anymore.
I mean, talk about just a brand that just died.
I saw it posted in part of the
nothing against Eddie Ortega. He's a good friend of mine. I like Eddie.
Guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, but holy cow, from a brand that was so hot when it came out to, I mean, literally flatlined.
Well,
like I'm talking like a massive coronary heart attack.
Not even like how hard it is.
Not even like a little struggle, a little shake, maybe before it died. It just flatlined.
Very much. And Scandinavian Tobacco Group acquires Thompson Cigar. Only hours after the industry's first major acquisition of 2018 came news of a second one. Scandinavian Tobacco Group has announced it has entered an agreement to acquire Thompson & Company, the catalog retail giant known as Thompson Cigar. The purchase price for Thompson is $62 million.
No. $1 million. You got to do the pinky.
Okay. Thompson is a family-owned business founded in 1915 and is based in Tampa, Florida. It's a massive acquisition for STG. Thompson's has net sales of over $100 million.
There you go.
And employs 185 employees.
Doesn't that sound like a kind of a small? $60 million doesn't sound like enough for a guy for a company that does $100 million.
Yeah, but it does 100 million sales. That's not the net profits of the company.
That's good.
It's funny when you talk to people. Oh, they do 100 million business. They think like somebody's making $100 million.
Right. Yeah, right.
Their net profits that year could be anywhere maybe 10, 12 million, 15 million. Of 100 million. So when you say 62 million, an acquiring buyer is looking at least 5 or 6 years to break even, maybe longer sometimes. So
it just seems like they would be making a lot more considering their catalog. They're doing.
Well, the catalog companies typically work on smaller margins. Their volume's greater, but their margins are smaller overall. He's got way more overhead, 185 employees, a huge building. Margin's margin. I mean, it's the way it goes. But Bob has been trying to sell, the owner has been trying to sell for years. I mean, Thompson's, I think Bob's been wanting to get out for a long time now. So it was just a matter of time, I think, for Thompson's to get acquired. There had been rumors 5 or 6 times over the last 5 years. So, yeah, it was time.
STG is the parent company of General Cigar Company, as well as a retail giant, Cigars International. The acquisition includes Thompson's auction and retail websites, as well as a retail store and a call center facility in Tampa. In addition to absorbing a competitor in Thompson, Cigars International gets many of the predicate blends Thompson had single shop exclusives on.
Well, I'm pretty curious at the rate everything's going, and the way that the large companies are acquiring smaller companies, and now STC has 2 major internet players, 2 of the big.
Wait, so Thompson's and Cigars International are now owned by the same company.
I'm wondering how long before the what do you call it?
Monopoly?
Yeah, but what's the commission or the Fair Trade Commission or whatever gets involved? Because at what point is there not any monopolies being formed in this industry?
I see. It's strange to say that though, because they're not necessarily manufacturing all the would there be an issue there because they're not?
Yeah.
It's not a service.
No, it's a product. It's a product in the industry. It's the product.
But they're retailers that sell products that can be sold other places. They just own the retailers. Does that count as a monopoly?
And they own all.
And they own the brand.
They own a bunch of all of the brands that they sell.
Well, you have the general. But here's what's happening. You're missing the bigger picture. The companies are Altus acquiring Aging Room.
Right.
They're buying all the other manufacturers. So there's less and less diversity amongst people who are making cigars. And then these guys, in the end of the day, now are controlling now the retail sector as well.
Right.
I got to believe at some point or another, I think what it's called is
antitrust.
Thank you.
There we go.
I was going to say the guy wearing the jacket and the hanky in the room should know this word.
That's a pocket square.
Yes,
it's a pocket square.
Yes, but
is it match your socks?
I got to believe at some point it
Yeah.
does. It does. Well done. Well done.
I hope you got that one on camera.
But I mean, really, at some point, don't you think that this guy antitrust has got to get involved at some point?
I don't know that it's really on their radar. I mean,
it may not be on their radar.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I gotta believe, a tiny little industry.
But I got to believe that antitrust laws have to be close to being broken at this point.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, you look at also these large companies are buying the catalog houses. They're buying bricks and mortar retailers. It's
market control.
Well, that's what it is
because they literally have like market control.
Well, basically, what they're really doing is a lot of things that a lot of these other companies like Time Warner, Comcast have done, where they're vertically integrating themselves and they're taking over different facets of the actual industry. So basically, we have all these guys now who have started at the manufacturing level, working on the distribution level, and now they're
also
vertically integrating themselves in retail,
acquiring other manufacturing levels, and that's where the problem is.
And retail, if you own a manufacturing catalog, bricks and mortar, you control shelf space.
You don't need anybody else. Yeah,
that's the issue.
Yeah,
that's where
it'll be interesting.
Fair trade, antitrust, all that. It'll be very interesting to see. All right.
Well, they're more worried about the stickers on your boxes than they are about that.
That's the FDA.
Well, the government in general.
Arturo Fuente Cigars, long known to be, premier cigar makers in the Dominican Republic, has now opened a factory in Nicaragua. At the 2018 Puro Sabor Festival in Nicaragua, the headlines were made by one of the iconic cigar makers from the Dominican Republic. This past week, Carlos Fuente Jr. of Arturo Fuente Cigars made an appearance and announced plans to open up a new factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. The name of the factory will be the Gran Fábrica de Tabacos La Bella y la Besita, which stands for Beauty and the Beast.
Say that 10 times fast.
Ground on the
La Bella
y la Besita.
Yeah.
Besita's Beast?
I've never heard Besita.
Besita.
Besita, yeah, no.
B-E-S-I-T-A, Besita. What's
Right.
beast? Well, what's
No,
beast?
I don't-
What's beast in Spanish?
Bestia.
I did read it wrong. It's Bestia.
Oh,
sorry. I literally moved the I from one side of the T to the other. It's Bestia. That's the good thing I asked.
Yeah.
Ground of the facility has been broken. There's not been a completion date as of yet. And knowing Fuente, it should be within the next 5 to 10 years. Fuente also announced that Felix Mesa, best known as the owner of El Galan Cigars, will head up the operation of the new factory. In addition, the company has quietly also been growing tobacco in Nicaragua for the past 4 years, supposedly. There are also plans to expand the operation of the Cigar Company Charitable Foundation to Nicaragua. Cigar Family Charitable Foundation, I'm going to guess that is.
Mm-hmm.
It does say company, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't read it wrong.
In Miami, that's actually one of the most interesting things of that union. It's that guy, Felix Mesa.
He's a great guy too.
He is, but he owns his own. He has like a little cigar shop where he sells his cigar.
Is that what El Galan Cigars is?
Yeah.
So his little cigar shop?
Mm-hmm. Right, and there he sells his cigar. And who knew that there was a relationship there? So it's very interesting. I passed that cigar shop is real near my house, and I've been there not been there.
I mean, is there a relationship, or was it just something that made
gotta
it happen?
be. You don't get co-signed. You don't become the guy running the factory for the Fuente.
Man, you never know. You could be sitting on a plane next to somebody, have a great conversation, and you're like, hey, what do you do? I got a little shop. I'm opening up a factory. I mean, sometimes it happens like that,
absolutely.
too. You never know. So, very interesting. Well, that's the scoop with Coop this week. So,
make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for all the latest news and information that is going on in the cigar industry and great reviews. When we come back, we'll talk more with Mike Bellody, and we'll find out where in Jacksonville to get the best pizza from Pete Hernandez. Keep
that's
it lit.
hilarious.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Attention all cigar lovers, America's Great Cigar event is back. The 12th annual Great Smoke is February 10th at its new venue, the South Florida Fairgrounds. Every February for the last 12 years, aficionados gather from all over the globe to come to South Florida to experience this epic 4-day cigar extravaganza. Tickets are still available but extremely limited and selling out fast. For a full schedule of events and to order your tickets today, visit thegreatsmoke.com. That's thegreatsmoke.com.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper binder and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Everything's for sale, of course. Everything's for sale.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the host with the most, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
We are here still with Mike Bellody.
Soon to be afternoon.
Yeah.
The matching Mike Bellody.
Yes, very much.
Oh, very matching.
So, how many pocket squares do you own, Mike?
I don't even know.
Come on.
I have a lot.
Come on, just ballpark it.
Hundreds?
No, not hundreds. I'm
You
not.
make a 100.
No, I don't. But
Come on.
no, Michael Herklotz has me beating that. I mean, he's got me beat for sure.
Yeah,
I saw he posted a picture, by the way, the other day of him, like a Throwback Thursday picture.
Uh-huh.
And he had 3 pocket squares in at once.
Pocket.
That's pretty. That's
I don't
baller
know.
right there.
Mike's going to be here a week, and he got 17 suits.
No, I don't.
You got 17 suits. I don't know where he pulled them.
got like
He's
four-
riding
yeah, I
my
got like
car.
4 or 5
Well,
jackets
because
with
he's got a beautiful casual one on this morning.
Yeah.
If he goes somewhere fancy for dinner, he's got to wear a different one. So, you need more than one a day.
All right.
Yeah, especially in the cigar industry. You can't go out in the same jacket twice, and especially if it's going to smell like that much smoke.
Right, that's true.
I'd love to see your dry cleaning bills.
They're not small.
Yeah.
They're not small.
Did not expect
to buy a really nice car for my dry cleaning bills.
Keep that in mind, kids. Stay in school.
Or open a dry cleaner.
Also,
Either one.
Also a good idea. So we've been joking the entire show, and now we're finally going to give it out. So, Pete, what is your favorite Thai place in Tampa?
In Tampa. Huh.
Or what are your top 5 Cuban places in northern Florida?
Well, I don't eat Cuban outside my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, outside my mom is the best cook, so I don't eat Cuban food outside the house. And Thai restaurants. Thai food is actually my favorite cuisine, and it's hard to find bad Thai food because in every Thai restaurant there's someone from Thailand in the kitchen.
Is
Rarely.
that
Yeah, I mean, think back. I've been to so many Thai restaurants.
No.
Shocking.
No.
And I tell you what, you go to
And pizza places and Italian restaurants.
Come on.
No, actually, you go to any Cuban restaurant in Miami, and you might not find Cubans in the kitchen. Nicaraguans, Mexicans, everybody cooking Cuban food. But when it comes to Thai food, everybody's Thai in the kitchen. So the food's almost, it's hard to find bad food.
And now you know.
Bad Thai food, yeah, now you know.
There's some great Thai restaurants around here. I
Now,
keep
there's a
telling Abe
real
about the one here.
there's a real golden nugget of information right there. I mean, you can only
In
get
Thai
it
restaurants,
right here
Thai
on
would
KMA
be
Talk
people.
Radio.
You asked, just got to tell you.
Tremendous.
It was a short segment. I had to get something out of it.
We'll send Pete to my favorite Thai restaurant in Northwood here, Malakor. That's a place you should go if you haven't been there.
I'm not a big fan of your judgment of food quality.
Stop it. What did I recommend it to you that you didn't like?
Everything.
That's not true. I don't think I've ever recommended a place
I don't
to you.
know, but you just don't.
What does that mean? I don't know food? I know food. I'm Italian.
Yeah. They're pretty ashamed of you.
Yeah, especially the cookies. Let's not
They
bring
really
those
are.
back up again.
First of all, that's a 150-year-old recipe.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
From my
He thought
grandparents.
those cookies were good.
Those cookies are delicious.
Yeah, my point. That's all I need to say. Thank you.
Excuse me, why is Paul talking?
No idea.
There we go.
No idea.
So, Mike, you're going to be here for a week. Well,
Yeah.
up to the Great Smoke. You got a bunch of stuff scheduled.
You travel? You doing events?
Doing stuff around?
You're in South
we're
Florida?
Going anywhere in
We're
particular?
doing some events. Yeah, I mean, we're doing stuff. We're going to be traveling around on the West Coast a little bit, up towards Orlando.
You want to go
East
down by
Coast?
Corona?
No, we're going to. I don't know what we're doing up there actually.
We're going to be visiting some of the top stores, primarily on the East Coast. We might dart over to Tampa to see a couple of accounts. Definitely, we go to Tampa. We're going to go see the Davidoff store.
Nice store.
Yeah, great store.
Very nice store. We did actually our 200th live episode from that store.
I tell
Very
you where
cool.
we're not going to go. We're not going to go see Tampa Humidor.
Well,
No longer, there's no chance there.
why?
Because now it was purchased by,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the store still there. It's just
Right.
renamed. And
Is it renamed? They're not going to keep the
Yeah.
name?
It's now called Casa de Monte Cristo by Tampa
Humidor.
Okay, but
that
it's still
seems to be their
Tampa
theme
Humidor.
when their acquisitions. They're just calling
Okay.
them Casa stores by the previous
Okay.
organization, which probably, as the years go by, that bottom
Will
line
go away, right?
slowly disappear
Yeah.
quietly in the night, one by one. Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Yes, as the empire continues to rule and take over.
If you're a consumer out there, do me a favor, visit the brick and mortar stores. Stay away from these monsters. Go, All right, let me not say nothing then, all right.
Yes, we have to take a break now because we
Our
are
poor
at
advertisers.
this
Yeah.
yeah.
Guy got on a soapbox. Started.
Yeah,
Wrong.
He's starting a movement on national radio.
You know who butters my bread, that's all I'm saying.
When we come back, we'll have more with Mike Bellody. We'll also see who belongs in a cigar insane asylum. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato cigars.
Nestor Miranda has always believed it's not just cigars, it's a lifestyle. And the Nestor Miranda collection is handmade at My Father Cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua for your lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're smooth like the Connecticut, mellow as a Habano, bold like the Maduro, or spicy like the all-new Corojo. The Nestor Miranda collection is blended with your lifestyle in mind. 4 sizes, 4 blends, 1 life. Celebrate your lifestyle with the cigars of the Nestor Miranda collection today.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Thompson factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit syndicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Xikar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Xikar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Xikar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, America's favorite host with the most and the Super Bowlist of them all, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
And we are here, of course, with Mike Bellody of Mlb Cigar Ventures. Mike, thank you for being here, for taking all this time, and for dressing very dapper while the rest of us just
I feel sort of dressed.
Yeah, and I'm here too, Pete Hernandez. I'm just here hanging out with the guys, and I feel the need that I need to introduce myself.
When did you get here?
You've been here?
I was just used to not being able to see Paul. I thought the fixture was back. That's all.
That works. So, Mike, we were talking in the main heart of the segment about, you know, the products, things you've been doing, you're working on. Is there anything you're working on now that hasn't come out yet? Do you have future plans, growth projects, anything you can tell us about?
Yeah, I have. I've got a cigar that's going to be widely released, hopefully April or May. It's going to be another David P. Ehrlich, done with Ernesto Carrillo.
Wow.
It's going to be called the PLM series, which is Paul McDonald, Barry McDonald's father's initials. We wanted to pay homage to him.
You like the initials? You're big on the initials?
No. I actually.
Are you a monogram guy? Is everything in your house monogram?
Yeah, look at his sleeves.
Yeah, there you go.
Colin noticed his sleeves before.
That's why I was. That's why I bring it up. I was going to go there. Are all your shirts monogrammed, or just a couple of them?
The vast majority. No. So Paul McDonald owned the company for a long time, and we wanted to just pay homage to him. So we're doing the PLM series, and 2018 is actually the 150th year that the David P. Ehrlich Company has been in existence.
Wow.
So we're doing a 150th anniversario that we hope to release at the trade show, which will be a pretty incredible, over-the-top cigar.
Absolutely. So there's that. Any other things, or is that just basically the minimal things you're working on?
I was just going to say, hey, Vader.
I was wondering if you were going to say something.
I was just going to say, hey, Vader, and he moved it.
I was going to bring it up, but.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what I have in the works right now, and if the FDA cooperates with us a little bit, we might actually get to do a lot more other stuff.
I got to really just ask, because, you seem like you've been a very successful businessman in your life.
Mm-hmm.
How are you making brands and going forward with everything going on? I mean, do you feel that if the FDA does pass the way it currently is, will you be able to have a brand?
Yes.
You'll have to go through the whole process.
I'll go through the process.
And have you or anybody in your company has gone through the estimation of what that, and you currently have how many different brands?
Well, technically, I have 6 blends.
Okay, so 6 blends.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done the estimation on what you believe the full process on 6 blends per size, maybe?
Nobody really knows.
Nobody
right?
really knows.
So
I know there's been numbers thrown out there left and right.
Yeah, and everyone's just sort of guessing. But it's working with the factories that I do should make it a little bit easier, because I think I should have no problem getting approved for substantial equivalence, which is one of the avenues you go through.
Substantial equivalence is just going to be that horse that everybody's going to try to ride through.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's basically substantial equivalence is like in the drug industry, the pharmaceutical industry, not the drug industry.
Yeah,
pharmaceutical.
I was thinking Colombia with the cartel for a second. I didn't know they had an industry.
Hold on, we're making meth.
Generic drug makers don't have to get approval because they're just copying or essentially they're substantially equivalent. The same thing in the cigar industry. So I should be able to do that. But who knows? But one way or the other, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Good to know. So you don't have a third option on a third career you're going to try and go after then, or maybe try to do sports memorabilia, or?
No, not going to do that. I'm going to start the Walking Zagat's Guide by Peter Fernandez on the web.
There you go.
That's an excellent idea.
We already have a liner for your commercial. We'll actually loan that to you.
Sweet.
With the announcer.
I don't even know where you're going with that, Paul. There you go. So, as you've been in the industry now, I mean, how much are you on the road promoting the brands, the blends? That a lot of guys are putting in 200 or over 200 days a year of just travel and everything else. How much boots to the ground are you doing?
A lot. I mean, I travel a ton, so I don't know of any other way to build my brand in new markets that I'm entering, other than being there and being on the ground and doing events and visiting with the store owners, managers. Making a connection with the customers of those stores. So I'm very event driven. I do a ton of events. If you go on my event calendar, it's crazy. I can't even tell you where I know I'm going to Pro Cigar. That'll be a fun time. But I've got some. I get back on Monday the 12th from this trip. Then I have to go to upstate New York on the 15th. I know later on I'm going to Buffalo, Ohio. I mean, I'm all over the place. So it's a whirlwind tour for sure.
Now you mentioned you had kids. Mm-hmm. And how many days a month are you on the road?
It varies. So I used to travel to visit different geographies that I wasn't in yet to build that up. Now I travel only if I have events or a reason to be there, and then I also build it up. So I'm traveling for a reason. So I don't travel. I used to be on the road 3 weeks out of the month.
Wow.
So now it's more like 10 to 14 days. I'll travel in a month, about half the month.
It's still a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. But there's no other way to do it. I don't know how else to do it.
There is no other way to do it. That's part of the problem with a lot of people who get in this business. They think they're going to stay in their hometown
it's not going to happen.
Build a national brand. It's near impossible.
Right. And I have a formula that's worked really well. I mean, I support my retailers exceptionally well. We do a lot of my events go very well whenever I do them. So, and it just builds the brand in that market. And so until I find another way to do it better, that's what I'm going to continue doing.
And when you're home, does your wife say, "Oh, wait, who are you again?"
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, in a way that goes to help a marriage. I mean, 2 weeks away from my wife, we'd probably do us great too.
She probably sleeps better when I'm not there because I snore. Apparently. I'm told I snore.
Yeah, I never heard myself snore. What is she talking about?
I know. I sleep.
I've never heard myself snore.
When I'm sleeping, it's very quiet.
Right?
To me.
Exactly. There's no sound.
You guys should borrow Pete's CPAP machine.
Wow, we can hear him.
I don't snore.
I was going to say, we can hear him snoring during the show while he's awake.
Yeah, Pete, go like that. Not like up to the nose, because we still hear you. There you go. That'll work. It's throwing me off. I'm trying to come up with questions.
I feel bad for Pete. I love you, man.
I don't think Pete's going to come on KMA ever again. I think we.
Oh, no, I'm coming back.
Come back?
I'm just going
to.
But
he's coming back with
loaded. I'm coming loaded, though. Next time.
Coming loaded. Locked
with
and loaded.
pepperoni?
You could be the guest.
I don't know why, but when he said I'm coming loaded, all I thought was baked potato. I don't know why. It's all that came to my mind.
I thought
baked
Italian
potato.
food.
I was thinking vodka, but that's another thing.
Isn't it funny how we all thought vodka, baked potato, Italian food?
Honest Dave is my hero. My meatball hero.
Wow. My meatball hero. One more time.
Honest Dave is my hero. My meatball hero.
That's funny.
Do you remember saying that, Pete?
No.
That was him. That was me.
That was me.
That was Pete's voice.
Colin cut it, but he kind of introduces himself too. He says, "This is Pete Hernandez. Honest Abe is my hero. My meatball hero."
That's
I like that. That's great.
He equates everything back to food, doesn't he?
I'm telling you. You wonder where we got it, why we think this way. But it's funny. He said loaded. You thought vodka.
Yeah.
I thought potatoes. He thought Italian. No one thought weapons.
No.
One of us thought he'd come in with a weapon.
Or witty banter. Definitely
Right.
didn't think of that either.
Yeah.
Right. That's pretty funny.
Witty banter.
So back to the FDA. So, I mean, look, you've obviously spent time thinking about it.
Yeah.
What's your gut feeling?
I actually am optimistic that we'll figure it out, right? I don't know what that means. I think the whole thing is kind of crazy.
Now, here's the problem, because when I hear that, because I used to be this person.
Yeah.
I used to be like, it's so insane, it's so ridiculous that it just can't happen. But it does.
Well, it does because...
And time I've been proven it does.
No, it does. It can happen.
I don't have that optimism anymore. I mean, look, I've been saying, this is my take. If we don't get anything out of this current administration, it's never going to happen.
You're absolutely correct. It's now or never.
The clock is ticking. We have probably a little over 2.5 years for something to happen.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen in 2.5 years, look for extreme, drastic changes with the cigar industry.
There's no question. It's
will it go away? Will it disappear? Probably never. But will the ability to how to buy, how to enjoy, how to do events, the cigar industry to exist in the fashion that it's done so and flourished under, will be gone.
I think that's absolutely correct. If
That's
we
the
don't get it
problem.
fixed in the next 2 to 2.5 years, it's not going to go away. It'll be too entrenched at that point. But I mean, look, the piece of legislation that the FDA is leaning on to have the authority to regulate premium cigars basically says they can regulate tobacco products as long as and I'm paraphrasing, but as long as there's an issue with underage smoking with that product. They funded their own study through the New England Journal of Medicine a year or so ago, and that study showed that underage smokers don't smoke premium cigars, which means that their own study rendered their regulation illegal. So I look at that and I go, sure, it can happen, and the government does a lot of crazy things that you look at and you go, I can't believe that just happened, but it can't. It's not legal, actually, at this point for them to regulate premium cigars. Now, somebody's just got to make the legal challenge, and that's apparently going on with CRA and the IPCPR and so forth. So hopefully hopefully it happens. I think the delays of the enforcement dates that have been gone on several times,
sign?
I think that's a good sign.
Listen, it's either a good sign or it's a brilliant tactic, because they figure they can just keep delaying it, pushing it, and so that
it doesn't go away.
No one in the current administration really has to address anything.
Right. That might be. I mean,
and then this guy gets out, and someone normal
that
becomes
could be
president.
Normal.
Yes.
With that quotation.
You know, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a hardcore Republican, but there's just a few fries missing from that Happy Meal. And I was just relating.
We talking about Pete again?
I was relating it to food for you, Peter. Sorry.
Now I understand.
We know you lost you there for a minute.
So
we brought you back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm kind of afraid it's all kind of a ploys.
It could be.
All this is ploys so that there's nothing that really needs to be addressed right now, because I'd almost really rather it be done sooner.
I agree.
Because then we know, and it's got to
one
be
way or the
attacked.
other.
And either this government's going to let this absurdity happen, and the people can cry out and make it publicly known. I was on a radio show yesterday, and as a guest, and I had to explain, because somebody brought up my Art Guards for Gunners program on my retail side, and I had to explain how we still donate cigars to the military every month. There's a package that goes out, or pretty much almost every month, and how I'm breaking a federal law now by doing that.
Yeah.
So, the insanity will go on, but this tactic of delaying, I don't think is going to help us, because that time for that insanity is going to happen. I'm afraid is going to happen when there's no one in office that will really hear it or care.
It could be. I mean, that might be what they're doing, but the lawsuit is undergoing. I mean, it's progressing, so hopefully the lawsuit works. If not, I'm with you. I'd rather they just come down and say, here's exactly what you've got to deal with. It's going to start on this date,
right?
And so we can plan for it. I mean, look, the FDA is a mess with this thing. I know, because I've had conversations with them over my box label warning plan.
Right.
You know, technically, they're regulating three entities, right? Types of entities: manufacturers, distributors, and importers. I'm none of those.
I know. You really are.
So technically, I'm not regulated, right? But I am regulated. So I went to them. They said you have to classify yourself as one of those three things. I go, but I'm not one of those three things. I literally had a phone conversation with the FDA. So they just sent me
the FDA.
Yeah, that too. But they finally approved my box label warning plan and marketing plan. I got the letter last week.
Just curious, did you identify yourself as one of those?
I did not. I mean,
really?
I didn't put it. They probably categorized me, but I didn't do it.
Wow.
So technically, if I actually, realistically, I could move my headquarters to Santiago, Dominican Republic, and they can't regulate anything. They only regulate the importers.
Right.
They don't understand this. Like they don't get it. And I'm telling them, you tell me what I am, and they're like, we can't. You have to tell us.
Here's the problem: they passed all this regulation without really understanding any of the process of the cigar industry and how it's done.
Right.
And that's the problem. A lot of the laws just aren't enforceable or just don't work, like in your case.
Right.
And they don't get it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
crazy.
a mess.
Absolutely terrible. All right, we are going to take a short little break. When we come back, we'll see who belongs in a cigar insane asylum, and if those are really an ashtray with a cigar in them on Mike's cufflinks. When we come back,
jeez.
Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands. 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Esteli, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Thompson factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Mike Bellody has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, Mlb Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends: Imperia, Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. Mlb Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry at world-renowned factories using the finest tobacco. Visit us at MLB Cigar Ventures and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars, developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Hey fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
866 laws.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is Pete Hernandez with the Hernandez Brothers. Honest Dave is my hero, my meatball hero.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
We're on a bagel break.
Sorry.
You just missed Pete's liner.
Yeah.
What?
Hi, that's Pete Hernandez with the Hernandez Brothers. Honest Abe is my hero, my meatball hero.
Oh.
Yeah, and we are here with Pete Hernandez, the Florida version of Yelp. In human
to his
form.
defense, we all had bagels but him.
Right. That's true.
We did.
He's saving himself for lunch.
Were they good?
Very good.
I told you.
Very
At
good.
that Brooklyn water bagel,
Yeah,
man.
man, I don't know what it is. As much as we talk about them, they really should give us free bagels.
I gotta, I gotta talk to them. I actually know who the marketing director
You know,
is.
if we had a savvy producer, he would have had it handled by now.
Like a
Here we
year
go.
ago.
You know, but some wannabe puts on a hat and a shirt and thinks he knows how to, run a radio show.
Yes, you can show them the advertise here part and put it right up there on the website even.
See, Pete, you're not the only one that gets it.
Oh man, don't tell me about it.
Yes, this is the final segment.
Thank you for deflecting.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pete's just happy he's got directed into another direction, that's all.
The fire continues. Special thanks to Mike Bellody for being here as our Meet Your Maker segment. Mike, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So,
follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we're going to give a 5-pack of each of these cigars away this week. So
yeah, make sure you check out the KMA Instagram feed where we're always giving out great prizes. So, Mike, is that your only pair of cigar-related cufflinks?
It is.
Okay. It really is?
It is.
I missed them. Where are they? Oh, actually, you know what? I'll be honest with you. As far as cigar-themed cufflinks, that's one of the nicer ones I've seen. Because a lot of times they're just cheesy. That's actually pretty nice.
Thank you.
I didn't even
Take
realize.
a picture of them and send it.
Yeah, I will. I didn't realize right off the bat that it was even a cigar-related cufflink. But
I was trying to figure it out from the first hour, and then I realized what it was.
That's cool. I'm a cufflink guy. I've never seen cigar cufflinks.
No, this
before.
is really, it's a cigar.
By far, Mike.
I'm trying to see. Is that MLB initials on the cigar band?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll just double check.
That's the name of the jeweler that made it.
Mike Bellody is definitely the most stylish guy that I've traveled
One
with.
of. Oh, that you traveled with, yeah.
Yeah, that's like being the tallest midget.
Wow.
Not calling me a midget.
I mean, wow.
Oh
Right.
my God.
He carries shoe trees for his shoes.
I do.
There we go.
He carries what?
Shoe trees.
I do.
Yeah, that's not that uncommon.
Travel?
That's what they're made for, to keep them from getting crushed.
Wait, you don't travel with them. You take it home and you keep them at home. You take off your shoes. You put your shoe trees in.
So
That's what I do.
when you travel, you don't put a shoe tree in it? To keep it from getting crushed? That's what I do.
Well,
I don't know what's the
thank you.
standard. I thought
Appreciate that.
I thought that's the standard.
Yeah.
I mean, just dress shoes,
Well,
But if I'm taking dress shoes,
Listen, stick to food reviews,
Yeah.
okay? Don't tell me about my shoe trees
Yeah.
and fashion.
Yeah.
Cedar shoe trees.
Yes,
they are cedar shoe trees.
Let's see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
This week, brought to you by CLE and Asylum Cigars, the Cigar Insane Asylum.
we didn't have our normal weekly prep show this week because we were a little overwhelmed with the big event next week. So I'm reading all this for the first time. So I just hope it's better than the poll question. So let's see how this goes. This week's inductee really sank pretty low. Into the grave, in fact. Linda Wingate, a 59-year-old former police dispatcher who now owns a florist shop, was recently arrested for robbing graves in New Jersey. It turns out flowers have been going missing from grave sites for months. I was wondering where this was going. Police were called over a period of several months and finally set up a sting to catch the flower grave robber. I mean, oh my God. After police placed brand new flowers at the grave, they set up a security camera nearby. I could just see like the fake tombstone, with a little dot in the middle of the, top of the tombstone.
Everybody ignored the red light.
Right? This is hilarious. They seen Wingate pulling up in her minivan, taking brand new flowers off the graves and driving off, probably to her florist shop to resell the flowers. It also helps create new customers too.
Ooh.
I mean, saying, When she was found and detained, Wingate said she was only trying to tidy up the cemetery. Maybe that's so, but she probably will be reselling the garbage. Police have stated that they have no evidence of Wingate selling the stolen flowers as of yet, and that she'll probably get a fine and community service. Congratulations, Linda the Flower Stealer. You are this week's inductee into the Cigar Insane Asylum.
I mean, that is just a new...
That's low.
That's a
That's
new
low
level of just low...
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, come on, lady. What are you doing?
Who knows?
And she's a former police dispatcher.
Right?
I don't know. That just makes the story that much funnier to me. That why would she knows what these guys are capable of and doing. Like, she knows she's going to get caught.
Wait. I was going to make another statement. She knows what they're capable of doing. That's why she figured she'd never get caught. That's kind of closer to the truth.
Not to mention, who is actually calling the police about
That's
the
what I'm
flowers
saying.
going missing from...
I mean, really.
Who notices?
I mean, really. I put flowers out. I come. Am I really calling the police over it?
I guess because they had done, like, it was not just at personal graves. It was at, like, there's, like, memorials and, like, nice things, and the place was actually putting out flowers.
Nah.
I don't know. They just kept disappearing.
Gotcha.
That's like coming out of my house and finding my garden hose stolen. I mean, am I calling the cops?
I would.
Really?
For a garden hose.
If somebody stole my garden hose,
I would give you $10 for a new garden hose.
Doesn't matter. It's the principle of the thing.
I was in a cigar shop last week. How about this? You ever seen this in any of the stores that you shop? A guy will go in and pick up a cigar off the ashtray and smoke somebody else's cigar.
Come on.
What?
Yes.
On purpose.
There are two guys that are known for going into a shop and picking up a cigar. If it's obviously a more expensive cigar, he'll take it and cut the tip off and put it in his mouth and smoke it. A half-smoked cigar.
Really?
Is that crazy? I mean, the whole cigar shop thing.
We've seen that.
Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is crazy, though.
Yeah.
I've seen that in a few stores.
Oh, you could do a doctorate thesis on guys who hang out in cigar shops.
Yeah.
Some of the guys that walk through the
I
front
think
door.
these are most of them. Half of the guys in cigar shops are self-medicating with tobacco. They have
No. Half the guys in cigar shops are self-medicating in addition to tobacco.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
We hope That's fantastic.
Speaking of self-medicating,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, if anybody ever needed it.
Anyway, next week we'll be live from the Great Smoke. We hope you come out. It'll be a great event. It'll be a great time. Thanks to Mike Bellody for being here. Make sure you check out the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Participate in this week's contest. Till next week, keep it lit.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers. Using only the highest priming tobaccos grown exclusively by the Perdomo family, the 20th Anniversary Cigar has a tremendous profile with layer upon layer of rich, elegant, complex flavors. Visit your nearest authorized tobacconist today and experience the masterful blend of these Nicaraguan puros. Now available in extremely limited edition pyramid size in sun-grown or Maduro.